Have you ever imagined a single day where 71 tornadoes all hit the same region? I mean, it sounds like something straight out of a Hollywood disaster movie, right? But on May 3rd, 1999, it actually happened. So today, we're diving into one of the most extreme weather events in American history. So to really wrap our heads around the kind of power we're dealing with, we got to talk about the scale. When you hear Category 5 tornado, that's not just a strong storm. Nope. That is the absolute top of the charts, the most violent, most destructive classification there is. We're talking about winds so powerful they can literally scrape a house clean off its foundation. And this number right here, wow. This tells you everything you need to know. On that day, a Doppler radar measured wind speeds inside the main tornado at an unbelievable 480 kilometers per hour. Just to put that into perspective, that is the fastest wind speed ever recorded on planet Earth. An absolutely unimaginable force of nature. All right, so let's meet the main character of this story. This wasn't just any tornado. This was the Bridge Creek Moor tornado, a total monster that tore a 60-kilometer path of destruction aimed right for Oklahoma City. You know, what's truly terrifying is just how fast this thing evolved. It didn't just show up as a Category 5 beast. It first touched down as an already devastating Category 4. But then, in just a few short minutes, it intensified, ramping up to the absolute peak of the scale. That kind of rapid, violent growth is exactly what made it so deadly and so hard for people to get away from. But here's the thing. As awful as the Bridge Creek Moor tornado was, it was only one part of a much, much bigger picture. To really understand what happened on May 3rd, we have to kind of zoom out, because the entire region was basically under siege. 71. That's the number. The monster storm we've been talking about, that was just one of 71 separate tornadoes that touched down on that single day. It wasn't just a storm, it was an entire swarm. So let's just pause for a second and break it down. We're talking May 3rd, 1999. The location is the heart of America's Tornado Alley, an area famous for this kind of weather. And the event? A historic tornado outbreak that spawned, in total, 71 tornadoes. Just an unbelievable scale. You know, storm categories and wind speeds are one thing, but they're just numbers. They don't tell the whole story. To really get it, we have to look at the real-world consequences, the incredible human and financial cost that this day left behind. Let's talk about the money first. The main Bridge Creek Moor tornado, again, just one storm out of 71, caused over $1 billion in damage. And remember, that's in 1999 dollars, so it'd be way more today. That number alone just speaks volumes about the sheer scale of the destruction. But of course, the financial cost, that's nothing compared to the human one. Tragically, that one tornado took 36 lives. It's just a heartbreaking reminder of the real price that gets paid when a storm like this hits a populated area. You know, you can rebuild buildings. The debris eventually gets cleared away. But the emotional impact, the collective memory of a day like this, that sticks around forever. For the people of Oklahoma, this wasn't just another storm. It became a defining moment in their history. And this quote, well, it really says it all, doesn't it? This wasn't just a weather event. It became part of the state's identity, a day that was burned into the memory of every single person who lived through it, a day the people of Oklahoma will truly never forget. It really makes you think, though. A day like this just shows the incredible and sometimes terrifying power that nature has. And it leaves us with an even bigger question to chew on. When you think about every event on a global scale across all of human history, what was the biggest natural disaster of all time?